Alright, welcome to our driving lesson, and let's talk about why we previously hit the brakes on driverless cars and why we should keep driverless cars off of our streets. Today we'll go over the legal issues behind driverless cars, the ethical impacts, and the social impacts, as well as economic. According to NST law, however, my opposition believes that driverless cars are more safe than human-operated vehicles because they remove the human error aspect. However, on average, driverless cars are more accident-prone per million miles driven. This has been shown in several studies, including this one from NST law. According to Britannica, the pioneer behind driverless cars was John McCarthy, and the first driverless car was radio operated and invented in 1929. This driverless car relied on radio waves to operate, and then after that they transitioned into computer-controlled cars using John McCarthy's systems. And although these cars have been tested and many have been tested over the years, every test they have done has been in a controlled environment that removes most risk. This risk can be occurred severely during dawn and dusk when the sensors on the vehicles do not operate efficiently. Moving on to our legal issues with driverless cars. Driverless cars have to go through many different tests in order to prove that they are safe to be on our roads. Driverless cars also cost a lot of money. These driverless cars have been seen on our roads in California and New York. There have been 19 crashes due to driverless cars in these minimalized events. Driverless cars in California, there were 250 driverless cars in California, and 19 of them had accidents during their driving time. Another issue concerning these driverless vehicles are moral aspects, such as the trolley problem. When a driverless car does not see a scenario where it would be able to avoid any injuries or damage to people or things, it often would choose the one that would impact the least amount of people. So if a driverless car had the option to hit one person or 5 people because it wouldn't be able to stop in time, instead of driving off the road, it would hit the one person. Driverless cars cost a lot of money. Just for the driverless features on these cars, it can cost up to $100,000. These features do not need to be there and are, in most cases, only exclusive to the wealthy, which makes these cars not good for the general public. Getting further into depth about this, driverless systems also cost a lot to maintain and repair. These driverless systems are a specialty of the manufacturers and cannot be outsourced to other companies or clients, which also adds to the increased expense. According to the University of California, driverless cars, just like I previously stated, have more accidents. Driverless cars are also seen as unsafe to many of the public. Over 40% of drivers would not feel safe with driverless cars being on public roads. These cars would impact the driver's senses and also cause them to worry excessively, which could lead to more accidents even though it was not directly the driverless car's fault. Just to recap what we previously stated, the legal aspects behind driverless cars have proved a hindrance in their development, and their economic effects costing a lot and being exclusive to rich families, and their social impacts on other drivers and people. So this is why we should pump the brakes on driverless cars and why we should wait to employ them for general public, because of the safety, economic, and all of the other effects.